That'll be no problem at all.
Thanks for understanding.
Yeah.
I know there's no way I can entirely avoid Franny if I decide to stay around here, but...
Wait a minute. Wait. What do you mean, if you decide to stay around here?
Well, I haven't made any firm decisions yet, but... You know, I just don't know if I can hang around here and watch Franny marry Darryl Crawford.
Well, you're not really engaged unless you have a ring. I'm sorry I'm so late with it, but I didn't have one on me that night on the beach when I proposed to you.
It's the most beautiful diamond I've ever seen.
Okay, well, now we've seen it. Let's try this thing on. Oh, yes. All right, now pretend you're back on that beach. You've just woken up, and I'm proposing to you. You remember that?
I'll never forget it.
I love you more than life itself for any use. Will you marry me?
Yes.
You gave Kirk your proxy and you didn't tell me?
Well, I haven't talked to you since Kirk and Ellie drove me home last night. I signed the proxy. Wait a minute, why? What's wrong?
We've got to get over to the Lakeview so you can vote your stocks in person.
But hold on, hey, stockholders meeting's over.
No, as a matter of fact, it's still in full swing. Come on.
Oh, wait, what's going on?
I'm gonna have to let Kirk explain it to you, Ellie.
I'm sure there are many of you who are probably wondering why I've been going by the name Connor Jameson when my real name is Connor Jameson Walsh. My grandfather was James E. Walsh Sr. My father was James E. Walsh Jr. Those of you who were here when this company went public under my grandfather's very capable leadership will no doubt remember the corporate battles that ensued after his death and how his son, my father, was cut out of his rightful role in the future of this company. My father was a very gentle, very loving man, but he was not a fighter. And because of this, it enabled my grandfather's widow, Lucinda Walsh, it enabled her to take everything except his shares of stock. Stock that until this time has not been voted. I think that it has been demonstrated here today by the award given to me by Mrs. Walsh that I am highly qualified for my executive position here at this company. However, I also guarantee you that if I had used my real name when I had applied for this job, she would have shut me out just as she did my father, and for the same reason, that our last name was Walsh. As you look at your annual report today, you will see the value that I have been to this company since arriving. You will see the kinds of clients I have been able to bring in and the kind of leadership I have provided in handling some of our biggest and most profitable accounts. These are the things I would like you to keep in mind when I ask you to support me in helping me retain an important role in the future of this company, which I believe is my right, just as it was my father's before me.
As the world turns. This portion brought to you today by the dentist's choice for fighting cavities, Crest with Floristat.
In simpler times, toothpaste came in tubes. Though easy to squeeze, they could get messy. Along came pipes. People liked the control, but missed the squeezy. Now, with much fanfare, Crest introduces Neat Squeeze. easily squeezable, with the control of a pump and a pullback feature that makes brushing a lot less messy and a lot more fun. The all-new Neat Squeeze from Crest.
Something really pretty just happened to Bounty.
Pretty Bounty, pretty Bounty.
Introducing new Bounty Medleys, the quicker, pretty upper.
Pretty Bounty, pretty Bounty.
With 50% more sheets. So when regular Bounty's gone, Bounty Medleys keep on going.
Pretty Bounty are my new Bounty Medleys. Pretty Bounty are mine.
We wear short skirts. If you dare wear short skirts, Nair for short skirts.
Nair leaves legs smoother. Patent test proves it. Now Nair Wide Roll-On. Fast, easy, smooth.
Some people perspire.
We sweat.
The only protection for us?
New Atwt XX Sports Scent.
It's the only leading sports solid that doesn't leave a white flaky mess.
New Atwt XX Sports Scent helps keep us extra
dry.
Hello, you two.
Oh, hi. I wish somebody would have told me that you guys were out here. Hi.
Well, darling, you were in a counseling session when we came here.
All right, Ellen, I'm surprised to see you back tutoring so soon.
Well, I need to keep busy.
Beautiful ring.
Daryl just gave it to me. Do you like it? Listen, don't say anything to Mom and Dad, okay? Because I'd like to tell them myself. Okay? Promise?
You know, I think we should have a celebration at my house with friends and family. Could you ladies join us?
If I can get Dan away from the police station. Ellen, we really should get started.
Okay. Okay, nice to see you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, it's nice to see Ellen doing so well, isn't it?
Well, if you notice, your grandmother didn't faint when she saw the ring.
Yeah, but she was really surprised. Oh. So was I. Oh, Daryl. I am so happy.
It's the way I want you to be. Always.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hi, John.
Nancy should have warned me.
Yeah, what brings you out to the center?
I'm going to examine a couple of kids. I'm subbing for Larry McDermott. By golly, is that what I think it is? Eh?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you like it?
Silly question.
Daryl just gave it to me. Listen, I haven't told my mom and dad yet, so could you keep it a secret until we get a chance to do that?
Sure, sure. May I wish you the best, though?
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, John. Well, we got to go. Gibbs will show you where the kids are, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
No, Evan, that's okay. I understand if you can't get a message to him. Just when you see him, tell him to call me when he gets a break. All right. Thanks a lot. Bye. Hey, what are you doing here? I thought you were over at the stockholders meeting listening to Connor's speech.
I did. I heard all I could stomach.
Oh, we got a deal. Stoney starts rehearsing the industrial tomorrow morning. Well, don't get too excited.
Well, no, Link was telling me about the stockholders meeting. What's going on?
You were there?
Yeah. Even got me over there to hear Connor's speech. Why? I'm still not sure.
What do you mean?
All I can say is that Connor Jameson is not Connor Jameson. She's Connor Jameson Walsh. Her grandfather's the guy who founded Walsh. And all this time, I kept wondering why she wouldn't talk about her family. Well, now I know.
This was a surprise to Lucinda.
It sure as hell looked that way to me, Cal.
Kirk knew about this, didn't he?
I didn't stay there long enough to find out.
Before I leave the podium, I would like you to know that I am not the only grandchild of James Walsh. Many of you have already met a very talented young man here in our executive training program who was introduced as my brother, Evan Jameson. I would like you to know that his rightful name is James Evan Walsh III. Jamie? You are about to vote for 4 of the 7 board members. Look very closely at the slate of candidates presented to you by the current board and ask yourself if they are truly the best opportunity for growth and success in a drastically changing current business market. If the answer is no, then perhaps there are some of you out there who are ready to provide some names of candidates committed to a healthy change. Thank you very much for listening.
She better update her resume with her real name because she's out on her ear in the morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you very much. I regret that this meeting has deteriorated into the forum for airing personal grievances from the far distant past. But I cannot allow Miss Jameson, excuse me, Miss Walsh, to make allegations without me replying to them. Some of you who were stockholders at the time of my husband's death, all those years ago, know that there was a contest for control of the company, a small company that was about to go under. Why? Why? Because James E. Walsh Jr., Mr. Walsh's son, was inadequate. He couldn't be a leader. He had no vision. I had vision. And some of you shared it with me. And you proved it by giving me your votes so that I could spearhead a movement to make that small company, to move it, to make it the spectacular success, to make it Walsh Enterprises, a force known worldwide. All those years ago, I didn't go into that fight without serious thought. I didn't make my decision to attempt to save my husband's company out of personal grievances. I made it because I wanted what was best for the company, and I continue to make decisions that way, including the decision about what Miss Walsh's future will be with us. Although I'd like to ask a very simple question. What kind of trust? Is there any kind of trust that you could place in a person who operated under an assumed name, not finding it morally wrong at all, who practiced deception and played upon the leadership, who gave her a position of honor? Let's move on. Let's move on. Well, let's get back to what this meeting is all about. Let's get back to electing our 4 new board members. And if there are no objections, I will turn the meeting over to Chief Counsel and continuing board member, Ambrose Bingham.
Mrs. Walsh, I would like to speak to some of the issues brought up by Ms. Walsh.
Good. We would like to hear your thoughts. Mr. Anderson.
Honey, we're talking grounds for divorce.
It's so bad you can taste it. The sticky, pasty film inside your mouth.
It's pretty bad.
You wake up with every morning of your life. Morning breath.
I'll be right back.
Fight morning breath with Scope. Antiseptic Scope kills on contact 90% of the bacteria that cause morning breath.
Come and get it. I'm all yours.
Fuck her up, sweetie pie.
Antiseptic Scope. It's the best thing first thing in the morning.
Your kiss is ready.
Up here, Dad.
What'd she rent, the penthouse?
It's only 4 blocks from school.
And it's miles away from clean.
Ew. Good thing we brought some muscle.
Hey, the big bald guy.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean doesn't just cut through tough, grimy dirt. He cleans right down to the shine with no dulling film.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Bright kitchen.
Bright girl. Don't just clean it, Mr. Clean it to the shine.
Announcing Alpine Lace Free and Lean, fat-free and low-cholesterol cheeses with only 40 calories per ounce.
Now I'm really going to be in great shape.
New, Free and Lean.
In great shape, America with Alpine Lace.
The heat wave continues and...
When you're hot and dry and really thirsty, go ahead. Take the Nestea plunge.
I'm Paula Zahn.
And I'm Mark McEwen. Tomorrow, Natalie Cole will tell us about a technological miracle.
She's recorded a video that includes her late father, Nat King Cole, on CBS This Morning.
Well, this has been a most unusual annual meeting, wouldn't you say? I suspect there will be more surprises to follow.
But first, I would simply like to say, in all fairness to the winner of the James E. Walsh Award, that I have had a chance to work with and come to know Connor Jameson Walsh, and I can assure all of you that she has the very best interests of this company at heart, as does Mrs. Lucinda Walsh. Now, I know that many of you have seen this organization expand from a regional concern to a multinational corporation under the gifted leadership of Mrs. Lucinda Walsh. In my opinion, however, most impressive is Mrs. Walsh's insight to bring in younger executives for a transfusion of fresh blood, new ideas, and charged energy, to realize that this company has grown too large to be guided strictly on the gut instincts of one person, no matter how brilliant those instincts may be. I think Mrs. Walsh would also agree that personal crises in the past year have affected her judgment and her decision-making, which have adversely affected some of the business opportunities that Walsh has had. Specifically, the loss of a contract between Kruger Industries and our management consulting division. I am happily able to report that Connor Walsh, Holden Snyder, and I were able to fill the gap by signing DeWitt Grain and Cereal, thus proving the wisdom of Mrs. Walsh's choice to bring in new blood. Now, if you find it fit to continue that policy of bringing in new blood onto the board, well, I'm sure Mrs. Walsh would applaud that decision. Thank you.
I'm sorry no one is allowed in without an official Walsh name tag.
I'm Holden Snyder, an executive at Walsh.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Walsh gave strict orders not to let you back in.
What?
I'm her daughter. I'm the second largest stockholder in the company.
Do you have a name tag?
No, I didn't register because I didn't plan to attend.
Then I'll have to see your proxy.
I don't have it. I gave it to somebody inside. Listen, would you check with someone in authority, please?
Take over, Joe. I'll be right back.
Why would she say that you couldn't go back inside?
I think I know. When I spoke at the meeting earlier, I decided to say something about the vote. I told all the stockholders that they should be very careful in their selections. Lucinda must have misunderstood what I was saying, the same way she has everything I have been trying to tell her.
You should have told her when Kirk first came.
I agree, but at that time, it was between Lucinda and Kirk. Then as time went on and we got closer to the meeting, I realized I couldn't just stand by and watch. It's not too late. You are the second largest stockholder. You can turn this thing around.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you once again. Now, we will proceed with the balloting unless there are any stockholders who wish to make any nominations from the floor.
Just a second, wait here. Mr. Chairman?
Yes, Mr. Walsh.
I would like to nominate Mr. Kirk Anderson.
I second.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to nominate Connor Jameson Walsh.
Second.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to nominate Mr. Richard Weston.
Second.
Mr. Kirk Anderson, Miss Connor Jameson Walsh, and Mr. Richard Weston have been added to the slate. Are there any further nominations?
Mr. Chairman, I would like to nominate Mr. Holden Snyder.
Second. So, how should I handle it? Shall I go ask Mrs. Walsh?
Now, is there
No, she didn't want to be bothered right now.
We'll proceed with the ballot.
Does her daughter have one of our name tags? No, she gave her proxy to someone else. Then I'm sorry. We both get in trouble after
Stand
that.
by. Yes,
You just buried yourself, Anderson. You don't have the votes.
This has all been very carefully calculated. We have the proxies and the shares to carry the day.
You know when your baby needs something. You know your breast milk is the perfect food. But if you ever need a formula, know that Gerber cares about your baby's delicate system. That's why Gerber baby formula is patterned after your own milk, to help your baby accept it easily.
Right, that was a good one.
I knew something must be wrong. I was getting these sharp pains, and sometimes pressure and bloating. I'm glad I asked my doctor. He said it was gas and recommended Mylicon.
Mylanta's Mylicon gas. It has the best medicine for gas.
What am I doing here? This is my meeting!
Just a sprinkle a day helps keep odor away.
Shower to shower body powder with baking soda to fight odor and absorbent cornstarch.
Have your hand to sprinkle today.
I'm a year old today.
I just turned 7.
I'm 1. On the day these people had their heart attacks, they started life over again. Now they eat a diet low in cholesterol and saturated fat that can actually help lower their cholesterol and risk of heart disease. Fleischmann's margarine is playing a part in that. Fleischmann's has 0 cholesterol, low saturated fat. Diet can help add years to your life. Will it take a heart attack to change yours? Fleischmann's margarine. Many happy returns.
On Murphy Brown, we're like a family. So even though I'm the boss, people sometimes wonder who's really in control. Well, the answer is simple. I am.
Hope you had a light lunch, Miles.
The show is Murphy Brown. The look is CBS.
The daytime image at night, Thursday. Who gets the gold? Who gets the gold?
Okay, just get over here as soon as you can, all right? Oh, we are so happy. Okay, bye. Margot sends her love.
Oh, good. Did she say what was happening on the case?
Yeah, they're trying to trace some connection between this Frank Wendell guy and an organized crime family named Harper.
I don't understand that at all. I don't understand why an organized crime family in Chicago would get involved with a robbery in Oakdale. Doesn't make any sense.
Well, you know, the DeWitt fortune was well publicized, and Carolyn was only heirs.
Hello?
Hey, Dana. How was beauty school, kid?
Well, the classes are great, but I'm afraid my secret is out. A couple of the girls were asking me if I was pregnant.
Yeah, let me get that.
I never know what to expect when I try to explain about the in vitro and surrogacy.
What a surprise! Good to see you.
Oh, didn't Father call you?
Well, I've been out of the house a lot, and Freda didn't tell me.
Dear. Oh, I'm sorry. That's my fault. I took the call and I completely forgot.
Well, there's no harm done. Hey, you remember Franny Hughes?
Oh, yes, of course. Nice to see you.
How are you, Evelyn?
And the forgetful one over here, of course, we forgive her because of her condition. This is Dana Lambert.
Dana, yes. Happy to meet you.
Evelyn was Carolyn's cousin. They're best of friends.
Yes, I've heard a lot about you.
So what are you doing in Oakdale?
Well, I'm on my way east to meet Warren and talk with his family about our wedding plans, because we've picked a date in the middle of August. I wanted you to be the first to know so that you could be part of the ceremony.
I'm so happy for you. That's terrific.
Thanks.
Are you going to be staying the night?
Well, if it's not too much trouble.
That's no trouble at all. Actually, it's a very special night for Franny and I. We're celebrating with some family and friends our engagement.
Oh, Franny, that's wonderful.
Thanks,
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Aren't you proud of me?
Always. Why this time?
Because I didn't say a word to Bob. And that was very difficult, considering the fact that all I could think of was Franny's ring. I must say you were very easy with it.
I know it's soon, but Daryl's been through so much.
That's what troubles me, Ellen. Franny's obviously very much in love with him. But what if he's just reacting to the sudden death of his wife and that horrible way she died?
Well, Franny's a psychologist. I'm sure she's thought of that.
We all have our blind spots.
That's true. I just couldn't help thinking that with Bob and Kim planning a wedding together, it might bring them closer.
Oh, I can hardly believe that they've been separated now for more than a year.
Working on the AIDS ball?
Oh, yes. As a matter of fact, oddly enough, it's quieter out here.
Good. Hey, are you back already?
They had the kids all lined up. They checked out fine. Yeah, I'm back.
Great. Thanks. You run into Franny by any chance?
Yeah, I did. She was leaving for the day. Listen, what is this move that you're contemplating here? I'll tell you, I don't want to lose you now.
Look, I haven't decided anything. I got some calls to make. Would you excuse me?
Have I told you how much I appreciate all the work you're doing on this thing here?
You just did.
Dee looked very well. I think New York agrees with her.
Yeah, I think she's happy there, John.
Yeah.
How do you feel being back in your old apartment, John?
Oh, it's okay. I never thought I would go back there. But then you never know what's around the corner, do you?
Excuse me, will you excuse us? Excuse us for just a minute, thank you.
What's the verdict?
Lucinda, none of the incumbents was re-elected. Not even you.
That's impossible. That's impossible. I know where the major shares are held. That is mathematically impossible.
Well, I hate to be the one to tell you, but Lily's shares were voted against you.
Against me? Why? Who? Holden?
No, Kirk voted them. Well, I have no choice but to make an announcement.
No, darling, I'll make it. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Would you take your seats again, please? When Mr. Anderson, when he said that we were in for more surprises this morning, he knew whereof he spoke. I will read you the names of the new members of the board. Mr. Kirk Anderson, Miss Connor Jameson Walsh from New York, Mr. Richard Weston, and Mr. Holden Snyder. I have never wanted anything except the best for this company. I have given it everything that I've got. I have sacrificed certain things in my personal life because of my commitment to Walsh, but perhaps that is my mistake. I wish the new members of the board, the whole board, good luck. And I want to express my gratitude and my thanks to those of you who supported me today and through the long years of my stewardship. I will always treasure your loyalty. I thank you. If you're leaving, I'm going with you. Jane, honey, I came in this place alone with my head up, and that's the way I'm going.
Oh, you are wonderful.
Oh, darling.
And you know what's nice about these sandwiches?
Creative Cooking Club.
There's no cholesterol, even in the mayonnaise.
Oh, then you'll just love new craft-free, non-fat mayo dressing. It's not just cholesterol-free, it's fat-free, too.
And this isn't?
Excuse me, Henrietta. Does this look fat-free to you?
What?
Your Hillman's cholesterol-free has a brownie's worth of fat in every tablespoonful.
Now, why would I put that much fat on my sandwich?
I asked you first. Only new craft-free is fat-free.
Most anti-itch medicines relieve itching on your skin. Dermarest does more. Its maximum strength formula actually fights the cause of the itch under the skin. Dermarest stops the itch where it starts. And now new Dermarest Plus in cooling gel and spray.
Like a volcano erupting inside my stomach. That's how bad my heartburn felt. I went straight to Riopan.
Lab tests show Riopan Plus 2 starts neutralizing acid on stomach contact in 2.2 seconds.
No more volcano.
Try new cherry flavor Riopan.
Will you get out of my life? You probably don't believe this, but there's a sweet side to me. It's called Sweet One. It's the only sweetener I'll use because it has no saccharin, no NutraSweet. Just a great sweet taste. You can even bake with it. Oh, with Sweet One, I've got everything I want. Except that Emmy. 11 years without an Emmy! What does a person have to do around here to get an Emmy?
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment.
David Kimball before. David Kimball after.
The moment we've been waiting for.
We sure have.
Are you ready?
Let's unveil this work of art.
Don't miss it when the new David Kimball is revealed on The Young and the Restless.
This is CBS.
For soft and chewy chocolate chip cookies, use butter flavor Crisco with 50% less saturated fat than butter. Turn to the recipe on the can and watch what happens. Flavor Crisco with 50% less saturated fat than butter is the recipe for success.
Okay, last time. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Coming up on the next Live with Regis and Kathy Lee, the Physique Magnifique, and the latest from Dr. Ruth.
Live with Regis and Kathy Lee, Tuesday at 9.
Some Keystone Country volunteers are up for some very special awards. That story's coming up tonight on Action News.
And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
I know that you're just doing your job, but who did you talk to?
One of the executives.
Well, could you get a message to my mother?
I'm sorry, I have my orders. Maybe after the meeting.
No, after the meeting isn't good enough. I have to get in there before they vote.
Come on.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Mrs. Walsh,
Thank you so
is the meeting over?
It is for me.
Ah, well, now I can't even get through to Evan. This just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, why would Connor tell everyone that she was working at Walsh under an assumed name? That's like committing professional suicide.
No, not necessarily. Connor's a hell of a poker player, remember. She's not gonna bet her cards unless she thinks she can win.
Well, that's not gonna stop Lucinda from firing her butt.
Assuming she has the clout to do it. But Lucinda must have counted her shares. And with Lily, the second biggest stockholder, she should be able to handle anything that comes up.
She'd need Lily's shares, right? Lily gave her proxy to Kirk.
Oh, well, then there's no problem. You know, she should have all the power she needs.
I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna find out what's going on.
Well, let us know what you find out. You know, I think you ought to let Connor explain herself.
Cal, what's to explain? She lied to me and everybody else.
Well, she may have been desperate.
No. She knew exactly what she was doing, all right.
Link, you know, things aren't always what they seem on the surface.
Yeah, they sure aren't. Things and people. Look, I thought you were headed to the hospital.
Well, I was, but I thought...
Well, go on. I know you want to see Lila. I'll be all right.
I never thought I'd see the day when the stock Lucinda gave Lily was voted against her.
I don't think Lucinda did either.
Will you cheer up, please? You don't look like a person who's just achieved a lifelong ambition.
I'm still taking it all in. I can't believe Lucinda just left, though. I thought for sure she would put up a fight.
I've always said she's a heck of a classy dame, but you can bet she's on the phones right now, drumming up support to fight us tooth and nail. Icing on the cake.
Results are final, certified by the accounting firm of Braxton and Barnes.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman, I would like to make a suggestion as a new member of the board. I do not believe I'm out of order to do so.
What is it, Mr. Anderson?
In accordance with the charter of the corporation, I request that the new board reconvene in the adjacent conference room to consider the candidates for chairman of the board and chief executive officer.
Well, in that case, this meeting will be recessed and will reconvene as soon as the board of directors made its decision.
We've got everything we wanted for so far.
Jane, what's happening?
Lily, as someone who's known you since you were a little girl and who's seen all the things that have happened between you and your mother, I cannot understand how you could do something as heinous as what you've done today. It is absolutely...
Jay, she didn't know anything about it. She had no idea what was going on when she gave her Kirker proxy.
I've been trying to get in for the last half hour to vote my shares, but the guard wouldn't let me in.
Well, you're too late. The vote's been taken, and your mother has been unseated.
The great thing about Reynolds Wrap is it's the one wrap you can depend on to protect your food in the freezer. Nothing works like Reynolds Wrap.
New Jell-O-free pudding snacks. You made me love you. You did, you made me do it. Jell-O-free, a fat-free dessert that doesn't taste fat-free. You made me love Jell-O.
A continuing subversion of nature's design.
Tropicana Twister announces new designer flavors.
How absolutely uncalled for.
Tropicana Twister, now with exotic new flavors Mother Nature never planned on.
One sip is a world of trouble.
Orange strawberry guava, orange mango, mandarin orange papaya.
Could lead to dancing.
Tropicana Twister, flavors Mother Nature never intended, but should have.
We may have to nip this thing in the bud.
What's that? Some new mustard. French's creamy spread. What's so new about it? It's made for turkey and chicken. It tastes great. But I use mayo on turkey. Me too. Look, we're not getting any younger. We gotta watch out for cholesterol and stuff. Why? Remember the Surgeon General's report? Oh, yeah.
New French's Creamy Spread, a mild mustard that won't overpower. Low in fat, cholesterol-free. It's the right taste for light foods.
What's a Surgeon General?
Well, I can't wait for you to meet Warren, Franny.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
What about you two? Have you, set the date?
No, we haven't, not yet.
Excuse me, Daryl, Freda has some questions for you about tonight.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Oh, and she also said your room's ready now, Mr. Witt.
Oh, no, Evelyn, please, Dana.
Evelyn. Well, I have a doctor's appointment I have to get to.
Oh, why don't you let me drive you? I'm sure that Daryl and Evelyn would like some time alone together. Come on, I insist. I'll be back in a minute. No time flat. Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, I guess this kind of caught you off guard, huh?
Does that surprise you?
Well, you remember when we were saying goodbye in Des Moines after the funeral, you said that you thought Carolyn would want me to get on with my life.
Well, yes, that's true. And, Franny's a lovely young woman, but you have to admit this has happened pretty fast.
Look, I want you to know something. I was attracted to Franny while Carolyn was still alive, but we never acted on it. I fought against that.
Daryl, you don't have to tell me this.
No, I want you to know, I don't want it coming from Arthur, He got hold of it, and he tried to twist it, even come between Carolyn and me.
Wait a minute. Carolyn knew?
Yeah. She even offered to divorce me several times so I could have my freedom, but I loved her too much to entertain anything like that. I never allowed myself to act on my feelings for Franny. I cut off all communication with her, but now Carolyn is gone. Franny and I have a chance for a life together, and I hope you can be happy for the both of us.
Hey, Doc, thought I might run into your landlady.
She just went in with a physical therapy patient.
Well, maybe I'll hang around. I wanted to tell her how much I enjoyed that barbecue, one Katie invited me to.
Yeah, well, I'm sure Katie's mom was happy that you came, too. Maybe it's time for a little more gentle persuasion.
Maybe. How you doing?
All right. I'm still thinking about moving back to...
Hi, nice seeing you again. Isn't it beautiful? I know. That's too much. Maybe we should wait outside Dr. Samuel's office. Okay? We'll see you all later. Okay, dear. Okay.
Did you see that ring on her finger?
She's not back yet. No, I called the office. She's not there either. Okay, then I'm gonna come out and wait till she gets home. Thank you, Matthew.
Should I go with you?
No, you better not. I think I should talk to her alone first.
Hey, Lily, hold it.
Hi.
Hey, Cal.
Cal, you haven't by any chance seen Lucinda?
No, but I sure did hear.
Hold on. I suppose if you're back, the big meeting is over. How you doing, Cal?
I'm doing all right.
I guess you haven't seen Mother either, huh?
No, I haven't. Something wrong?
Kirk and Connor engineered to take over the board of directors. Mother's out.
So you can be confident chewing it. And because it also moistens your mouth and freshens your breath, Freedent's in a class by itself.
Freedent's the one that took the stick out of gum, and Freedent moistens your mouth. Yeah, moistens your mouth and freshens your breath while you chew.
Non-stick Freedent moistens your mouth and freshens your breath.
I love these dogs. They're more than show dogs, they're our pets. Frankly, I think it's more important that I breed wonderful pets, because show dogs are ultimately pets.
Candace Way, top breeder of champion Wheaton Terriers.
Pedigree Choice Cut has lots of big meaty chunks. In a nice brown gravy, mixes very well with the mealtime. I think it's very important that dogs get meat. With a lot of love, a lot of hard work, and a lot of pedigree, your dogs can look like this.
Pedigree, developed with vets, recommended by top breeders.
You probably don't think about maxi pads very often. Most women don't. Why, for example, is a maxi pad flat when your body is curved? Wouldn't a curved maxi make more sense? That's why Kotex created natural curved maxi pads. Unlike ordinary flat maxis, new Kotex Natural Curved has gentle, elastic side gathers, so it fits your body securely for better protection. Try new Kotex Natural Curved Maxis. Curved to fit your body to protect like nothing flat.
They're coming! Dow Bathroom Cleaner with scrubbing bubbles. It's 50% stronger than original Dow Bathroom Cleaner. We work even harder, so you don't have to.
Poison ivy, insect bites, rashes. Too many choices.
You only need one. Cordade.
Stop the itch and heal the rash with a brand doctors recommend most.
Present arms.
Cordade, the only aid you need.
I hate canceling out at the last minute, Mom, but it looks like Connor's gonna be tied up with that Walsh stockholders meeting right through dinner. No, I'm sorry, I won't be by either. I've got a lot to think about. No, it's nothing for you to worry about. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. You know, once this meeting's over and everything gets back to normal at Walsh, there's a lot we have to talk about. There's still so much I don't know about you.
I want to talk. I want to tell you everything. I just need to get through tomorrow first, though, okay?
I never thought I'd say this again after everything I went through with Julie. But Connor, I'm falling in love with you.
Frank.
Blake, have you seen Ellie?
Yeah, she was headed over to the meeting.
Ah, damn, I wanted to talk to her first.
I was over there long enough to hear Connor's speech. I take it she's out on her butt by now.
Hardly. She's one of the board of directors. So's Kirk. So am I, for that matter.
What, Lucinda didn't kick her out?
She didn't have a chance to. You see, Kirk voted Lily's stocks, along with some others that he managed to get to take over Walsh.
Well, where does that leave Lucinda?
Out in the cold.
It's true, Mother, admit it. Even when I was a little girl, business was more important to you than I was.
Oh, that's nonsense. Everything I did was for you so that you could have the kind of life that I only got to dream about when I was a kid.
Don't you see you were only depriving me of what I really needed at the time?
Hey, it's okay. When I married you, I knew I would have to play second fiddle from time to time to the business. I accept that.
Then you understand that I'd much rather be going home with you than back to the office.
You don't have to go through all this song and dance. I told you, I know what the score is.
Well, darling, but you know that the business is important to me, but it means absolutely nothing. Doesn't mean as much. It would mean nothing at all to me unless I had you to come home to at night.
Well, then let's go home together right now.
I can't.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
Well, darling, I promise you everything is going to change. I've got Kirk Anderson now.
Yeah?
Yeah, and he's working out well. Soon I can delegate responsibility to him.
Well, I'll believe that when I see it.
I just need time. I need to feel that I can really trust him.
My darling, I don't think you're ever going to trust anybody enough to relinquish the grip on the reins.
We didn't finish talking. How about you moving out? And I know that you need your privacy. And I just wanted you to know, from my point of view, strictly speaking, that I'm going to miss you.
Lucinda, I just want you to know how much I've loved staying at your place. I don't know how to thank you for everything that you've done.
No thanks aren't necessary at all. They're really not. I like to think of you as another one of my daughters. I know that daughters have to spread their wings. They have to take off. They have to move on, leave the nest. But let's try to be close, all right? Maybe closer than real mothers and daughters.
Mother! Mother, there you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Baby, how long? How long have you known?
I didn't know anything until this afternoon. When Holden found out that I'd given Kirk my proxy, he rushed me over to the meeting to vote my own stock. I had no idea what Kirk was up to. How could you even...
Well, that's a great relief. That is. Holden told you to vote your own stock?
Yes. Yes, that is why he left the meeting. That's what he was trying to tell you last night.
He was wanting to tell me about all of this?
Yes. We tried to get into the meeting. The guard wouldn't let us in, and by the time we got in, it was too late.
Well, isn't that funny? Sometimes you never know who your friends are.
It is reprehensible what they did, but you get it back. That's your company.
Baby, I don't know that I want it back. Because I've given up a lot for it over the years. I gave up a lot for it. You gave up a lot for it. Sorry, baby. I wasn't there. When you were little, I didn't have time for you enough.
You're hurting now. Give yourself 24 hours and you will be ready to come out fighting. I know you.
I just may not give a damn.
Come on, come on. You built that company. That company is you. Mother, please, let me help you. I'll do anything. Just tell me what I can do.
Little girl, I couldn't begin to tell you.
Can we leave now?
But just as soon as I've made this announcement.
I don't want to hear it.
Well, I wish I didn't have to say it. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have attention, please? The board of directors has chosen Ms. Connor Jameson Walsh to be the new chairman. And Mr. Kirk Anderson to be the new chief executive officer. This meeting is adjourned.
There's something I need to do before we go.
What's this?
My resignation.
Good night, Mr. Anderson. Good night, Ms. Walsh.
I'll charm her back tomorrow. Hey, come on, would you please be happy? All your dreams just came true. Come on.
You don't know how film turns into a picture, do you? It's a lot of very complicated technical stuff. That's right. I don't understand it either. But here's all you really need to know. The Kodak Color Watch seal. See, this seal means a Kodak system checks the developing for great color. And every print's on Kodak paper. See? It's that simple. Color Watch seal, you get great color. Yes, indeed. No seal, total understanding. Yeah.
I'm dreaming of summer, cool breezes, fresh air. When I want that feeling, summer's eve takes me there. It's clean, fresh feeling, keeps the good times on my mind. Summer's eve brings back freshness anytime.
Take a close look at Prego spaghetti sauce and Ragu Old World style.
Stop the film. Forget about close. This is obvious. Prego is thicker. See, right here and right here. Big chunks. Ragu is thinner. Just say Prego. It's in there.
Right.
There's so much to learn with a new baby. And you want to do what's best, like breastfeeding. It's perfect, gentle. But if you and your doctor decide to use a formula, Carnation Good Start is a smart choice. It's different. Its protein is specially processed to make it gentle, easily digestible. No formula is more nutritious. Ask your doctor about Carnation Good Start. We did. Hey, just look at that smile.
Carnation Good Start. Gentle, wholesome carnation.
Hey, thanks for taking Dan to the hospital.
Yeah, sure. I thought it was important for you and Evelyn to have some time alone. I like her.
Yes.
She's nice.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
I hope you two get to be good friends.
Yeah, me too. Probably take a little time, though, don't you think? Yeah. I think it was probably pretty hard for her to accept the fact that we were engaged.
Oh, she's a pretty understanding girl.
Yeah.
We had a nice talk.
Good. I'm glad. I have to go.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go home and take a shower, change.
It's
I'll be back.
I love you.
I love you. Bye. See ya.
Oh, hey. Well, is your room all right? You all settled in?
Oh, yeah, everything's great.
Evelyn, I know this is catching you really off guard.
Well, I'm still trying to think it through. Daryl, you know I want you to be happy.
I am going to be happy, Evelyn.
Excuse me. Daryl, Freda and Carl are setting up out on the terrace. She still has some questions for you.
Okay.
Oh, I hope your doctor's appointment went all right.
Yes, everything's fine.
Dana, I know you were the one who found Carolyn. I'd really like to talk to you about it sometime.
Sure.
Now?
Listen, you know, I really have to run upstairs and take a bath and change, if you'll excuse me.
Oh, sure, sure. Later, then. Hello, Crawford residence. No, this is Evelyn DeWitt. I'm a guest here. Yes, I'm Carolyn's cousin. How dare you even suggest such a thing?
I'd understand if you blame me for not telling you right away, but you gotta believe that once Kirk told me, I was trapped. I wanted to tell you. But I figured if I did, you'd have to tell Ellie and Lucinda. And with Kirk and Ellie knee-deep in wedding plans, I figured whatever I did, somebody was gonna get hurt.
I forgot about Kirk and Ellie. What is this gonna do to them?
I don't know. I just don't want it to do anything to us.
I want to thank you all for your support. You know what happens now? We start going to work to make you all tons of money. Very simple.
That's right.
All right? Yeah. Dick, thanks a lot. I'll talk to you soon. All right. Oh. Did it? We pulled it off?
Yep.
Where is your enthusiasm? You're the only other woman other than Lucinda to sit on the board, and now you're the chairman of it. Not a bad way to start, right?
And you got your office, the big chair.
That's right. We both got what we wanted.
Have we?
Will you talk to your sister, please? Mrs. Anderson, I am glad you're here. I have a lot to tell you.
I think you've had a whole lot to tell me for months now, Kirk.
Well, yeah, but I didn't know how it was going to turn out.
I've been asking you for weeks what's going on, haven't I? You lied to me through our wedding, through the honeymoon. I am married to a man that I don't even know.
Lucinda? Boy, took me a while to find this spot.
What's going on around here? Don't tell me everybody in the town knows all about it already.
Well, I ran into Lily on my way up here. I didn't want to believe it. I thought I knew Kirk. What I can do to help?
No, I don't think there's anything to be done right now. I do appreciate your offer, though.
Hardest thing in the world is to discover that you put your trust in the wrong people.
Well, I'm beginning to get the feel of that.